not in support of those postulations or claims that he's using it to want to project himself to get northern sympathy ahead of the 2027. Now, this is it. The man who died was our president until barely over 2 years ago. Regardless of how his government ruined this economy, the fact still remains that he was Nigeria's president. And don't forget that is the highest political office anybody could ever serve in this country. What the president did was a very good thing for me. One, giving him that honor he deserved as a former president, because what our law says, or constitution says, is that when you have left office as Nigeria's president, you remain the responsibility of the state till you pass on. So, giving him a befitting burial is good. If the president likes, let him give the most befitting burial ever, emptying the treasury. If he will not win in 2027, he will still not win. You know why? He is not the one to bring himself back. And the northern people alone are not the one to bring him back. In fact, there are some people who live within the northern region who will cast aspersion on him for giving Buhari such a lavish or such a generous, burial in terms of the money spent. But it's a shame that a former president of this country had to go and die in London. If I had my powers, I would have stopped that man. I mean his own corpse now. I would have stopped the presidency. I would have stopped the Nigerian government from using our Air Force One plane to go and repatriate his body. Look, his family should have spent their money. I'm not joking, and I'm not smiling. His own family should have spent the money they took from us. That man had 8 years to have fixed a good hospital, especially in view of the fact that he knew he was sick and that he was still going to be tending his health. He had all the chances in the world as a president that was there for 8 years to rehabilitate our ailing healthcare system and bring it to the standard that is obtainable in the UK. He didn't do that. Then he died in London. We had to go and spend our money to bring him back. That was a blunder. That shouldn't be part of the responsibility of government, my brother. Are you getting what I'm saying? That shouldn't have been. I'm against that. But the president himself traveling to Katsina to be part of those that buried him, that was expected of him. But you see, if I have the opportunity to make a law, this is what I will do. Any governor, sitting governor who dies in a foreign hospital should not be the responsibility of his state government or the federal government to repatriate his corpse. I'm coming. Such a person should be left for his family to bring to Nigeria. Then when the corpse arrives here, that is when we take responsibility. Because these people do these things because they have this penchant for the weaponization of poverty. They feel that the ordinary people who own this wealth they are using to fly themselves to foreign hospital for treatment do not deserve access to quality healthcare. Do you know what it takes to make one trip overseas? That is enough to build a small maternity, good one that can serve up to 4, 5, 10 villages. 1 month uses that money. These people squander our wealth through medical tourism. Today, we don't have a befitting hospital that belongs to government. Mention one. Any hospital that is up to international standard today that you have in this country must be private. Is that not a shameful thing? I was in London in 2017, Heathrow. I saw some people we just alighted from BA. We're walking out. We saw some people while we just picked our bags. We saw some people on wheelchairs in one restricted area. And somebody, one of my friends, I've forgotten his name, drew my attention towards that direction and said, "Who are you seeing there?" Well, nothing. My mind was vague, blank, because I was not having anyone in mind. Because I never thought I was going to be able to know any of them sitting. I said, "Well, I'm seeing some old people." He said, "Look again. Who could you recognize there?" I looked again. I said, "Nobody." He said, "Okay, let's move closer." We moved closer. He said, "Who do you recognize there?" And I said, "Well, I can't really say I recognize any one of them." It's okay. Look at that bearded man, that white bearded man. I looked at him, and the face was very familiar. I said, "Okay, that is Ernest on a wheelchair at Heathrow in a restricted area." How many times has the government, the president, former or sitting president of Ghana, was ever found in Europe taking medication? Right? How many times could you say you have identified as a pressman that the president of South Africa, right, was found in Germany taking medication? Or the president of Tunisia, president of Egypt? It's only this is our place where they don't recognize human life because they believe no good thing should be for their people, right? And only for themselves. So their wives go there, they themselves go there, whoever that is close to their heart within their family or with whom they are bonded goes there, and then the rest of us are chickens that we should die here. So whoever that has gone there to die dies on his own and for himself. So the idea of sending a Force One plane to go and bring his cargo, I disagree to that. That was just a waste of time. And it made us to become laughable. You know why? Because to think of it that the president who just left power, not up to 3 years, dying in the UK, and we are now sending the vice president to go and bring him back. What are you talking about? So that means if we see nothing wrong with that, we don't deserve to be examined whether we are right here. The money spent on that trip alone of going to bring him and all of those paparazzi they did in the UK can build a hospital that is good. So let me tell you, statistically, based on what has been reported widely, we spend not less than $1 billion on medical tourism every year. Do you know how many world-class hospitals $1 billion can build? It seems like our leaders are cursed. And it also looks like Nigeria and we ourselves are not blessed. You see, that thing that happened is enough for the civil society to demand reasons and answer from the federal government. You can't use our money. Do you know how much Buhari took? His regime was the most corrupt in our history, ever. Go and check our death profile, how he met it and how he left it. He went to die in London. We are like a joke. Come. The Canadian Prime Minister, when he's sick, they will treat him in Canada. The Chancellor of Germany, when whoever that is there now, I don't know whether it's a man or a woman now, sick, will be treated in Germany. The Egyptian president is treated in Egypt. The Israeli Prime Minister, when ill, is treated there. When the Nigerian president is sick, he travels out. Does that mean we cannot build good hospitals regardless of our enormous wealth? By the grace of God, we have the best doctors in America. The NHIs in the UK, Nigerians they are rated or ranked among the best you can ever find. The Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas boasts of the highest and the most hardworking doctors, right, of physicians in the US. We're talking of the United States of America. Our people will steal our money, travel all the way to California, to New York, to Washington, D.C., to Maryland, to Connecticut for treatment, but all to end up in the hands of Nigerian doctors. When the doctors were here, it brings me now back to the money they gave to those who won the cup, the Super Falcons. Do you know these people who travel? Their medical history are with our Nigerian doctors practicing there. The same Nigerian doctors they will humiliate here and refuse to pay money. The same Nigerian doctors here, they convert them from an ego to a dog that is sick here. And when they get there, go and find out. You see all these people, they have one sickness or the other they are treating. And the people who have this, their medical history, they are Nigerians practicing in those countries that you normally or usually run to. When they are here, they strip them of every honor and entitlement that is supposed to be theirs. That is it. Then when they cross over, they give them all of the attention and honor. Are you aware? I got to know about this from a source that is reliable. That there was a time Anthony Joshua had wanted to represent us in the Olympic. The Nigerian government did not make things easy for him. When he became a world champion, the Buhari not hosting him. They see all of us as orphans, despite the fact that they know that we have all it takes to touch the sky. So it's to your tent, O Israel. So if your father cannot help you, your mother cannot help you, you cannot help yourself, be there. Then when you help yourself and succeeded in lifting yourself from obscurity to limelight, that is when they know you are a Nigerian. It's shame to this country and shame on our leaders who have placed us, in this precarious situation. That is it. So what I'm saying is that the second one that was also admitted in a London hospital, I think I read in the papers that they were in the same hospital, something like that. That one survived. So if he had died there, will they again now send another delegation to go and bring him? What's the problem with us? We look like a joke. And Nigeria is becoming a joke. We have the best doctors, but they will never be recognized by these same people. They won't pay them well. They won't promote them well. Just look at what the doctor earns. A nurse in America can pay 10 doctors in Nigeria. Is that not a shameful thing?